Hey Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for Scale It Down, my collaborative series with Simone. Only problem is Simone isn't here this month. She's on vacation. So this is my layout, my spread in my traveler's notebook. So what I was pointing out there is that this spread is on the back side of the spread that I did last for Scale It Down, which was the Grab 5, and it was a mixed media heavy layout. And although this is a mixed media traveler's notebook, unfortunately the mixed media spread through to the other side, and so I have these brown spots that I need to cover up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up wallpapering on one side, and I am going to spread a thin layer of gesso over the lighter bits, which do camouflage it better, but don't entirely make it go away, and that's fine. It's just part of the creative process, and I am going to learn to stop being so type A and work around that. So these are papers that I have from Dear Lizzie, and I noticed as I was going through my notebook that I tend to use a lot of red and blue. They're colors that I like, primary colors. I like bright colors, and so I was making an effort in this particular spread to use less red and less blue. There's still red and blue in it, but they aren't the predominant colors. I have that yellow piece there is from Jilly Bean, and the striped piece is from Dear Lizzie, and that is what is going to be the inspiration for the stamping, which is this month's theme. Simone and I are stamping, and well, I'm stamping. I'll get to that a little bit more, and I'm going to mimic those stripes and the same colors of those stripes that are in that Dear Lizzie pattern paper on the right hand side of the page. So the stamp is a pencil, and this layout is about my handwriting, and so I've chosen different color inks that are the same or similar color inks to the stripes that are on that piece of paper on the left hand side, and I'm just going to go down and stamp on that right hand side of the page in the same colors. I'm going to quickly clean off my stamp in between colors, and you can see what I did was I put my, I believe it's a We Are Memory Keeper it's a piercing mat from We Are Memory Keepers. So I've put that underneath the page to provide a solid surface on which to stamp, so that there's no warping when you stamp in your traveler's notebook. And then I also have a piece of scratch paper because I don't want to get all that ink onto my piercing mat. And I am just going to, like I said before, go down the length of the traveler's notebook. And it's a little bit time consuming, but it's well worth the time because look at that. How cool is that? And it totally mimics those horizontal lines in that pattern paper and just kind of ties both sides of the page together, which I am absolutely thrilled with. So it is absolutely possible to stamp in your traveler's notebook. You will need to put some sort of a surface behind the page in order to not get warping on your page and get clear, crisp images. So now I have my back photo. This photo is of me writing, and this is the Me Traveler's Notebook. And so this particular spread is about my handwriting and how I'm actually okay with my handwriting. So that is what I have done for stamping in your traveler's notebook and showing you how you can absolutely do memory keeping in your traveler's notebooks. So this memory keeping happens to be about me because this particular notebook is all about me, and I'm trying to do a page a day in the year of 2018. I have a couple of pages missing earlier on in the year because I was late to the party, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And actually, it'll probably end up being more than one notebook. I really didn't like the transition from the yellow to that striped piece there, and so I just put this thin bit of washi that I tore down the middle, and I like the way that that pulls everything together much better. So back to Simone. Simone has visitors that are here out of town, and they will be here for some time. So Simone has taken a break for the month of July from the Scale It Down series, and so it'll just be me. I'm hoping to find somebody who will guest with me to do stamping in their traveler's notebooks in 2 weeks, but otherwise it's just me, and Simone will be back in August to join us when we have our special guest designer for our next Grab 5 challenge, and that'll be the first week in August for that. So stay tuned for that. So to finish off this page, I am literally just adding a couple of embellishments because that empty white space that's on the right-hand page, I really wanted to focus on my handwriting because that's the whole point of this layout. So I have a label on the left-hand side beside the picture, a couple of puffy stickers from my Click Kits scrapbook National Scrapbook Day collection, and then a couple of these stickers from Paige Evans. I really liked this swallow, only it was a clear sticker, and so I just put it on white, and now I'm speeding through the fussy cutting of that. So that's something to keep in mind too when you're scrapping. If you really like the clear stickers and they're not solid enough for you, then you can always back them just to give them that little bit more of the white crisp pop there. So I'm going to stick that down, and I'm going to put the title on the page. I did not do my journaling on camera. I did that off camera because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to say, and because I was doing it in my own handwriting, I didn't want to take forever. To me, Traveler's Notebook spreads shouldn't take as long as my 12 by 12 pages do, and if I had shared the process of my journaling, it would have gone on forever. So for the title work, I have these authentique letters it's sort of a polka dot. You'll see it in the close-ups, a blue polka dot, tone-on-tone polka dot. And I started with my writing in all of the letters, but I couldn't get my to fit with writing and have it spatially look pleasing to the eye. So I will change out the my and go with some Jelly Bean letters in a little bit in that same color palette, and those will be in yellow. This is my Heidi Swap centerline ruler that came with a writing kit ages and ages ago. And again, those of you who followed me for a while will have seen the title shuffle, which I end up doing anyway, but it just gave me a way of getting this on straight. I struggle with straight in letter stickers. I've managed to get my writing, speaking of writing, straight, but I used to always write downhill. I think that came from being a handwriter who always turned her paper. I don't turn my paper anymore, and it doesn't go downhill quite so much, but apparently it's spread to my title application. So here's the Jelly Bean letters. They're tall, skinny ones, which just add a little bit of variety to the page, and that is going to wrap it up. So this is my Scale It Down series with Simone, only it's just me this month, and we are focusing on stamping in your traveler's notebooks. Be sure to come back in 2 weeks and see what else I have to share with you. I hope you're doing well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Take care.